Hey everyone, wanted to take a quick minute and just recap what we did in our last video in the yard here in the springtime. And again, I think the springtime is a crucial time, especially for northern Michigan honeybees, getting them into April and preparing them for splits in May. So again, as a beekeeper, we're always trying to think ahead. And for sure, the weather is important and plays a big factor in that. But we are always trying to think ahead, 2 weeks ahead, 4 weeks ahead, as to the next move we're going to make. So basically, my goal for the last hive check was to clean bottom boards, just to get the debris and the decaying matter from the wintertime off the bottom boards, help prevent some diseases, prevent some pests from getting in there. And so we did that. The second thing that was the primary purpose was to check the weight of the hives. And when I say weight, what I mean is I want to know if they're extremely light or if they're heavy. If the hives are light, then that would mean they are short on resources and primarily stored honey, primarily from feeding them heavily last fall, and this winter being a little bit more of a mild winter, those bees could have went through their resources a little bit more quickly. It was absolutely obvious that most of those hives were brooding. They had eggs, they had capped brood, they had bees covering that capped brood, keeping it warm. And so those hives are going through a substantial amount of resources within the hive at this time. And obviously they can't get out of the hive realistically to get any natural resources that are available. So that would be if the hive was really light. If the hive was really heavy, meaning they had potentially extra resources, we would take some of that resource and share it with some of the hives that were extremely light. And now that we're getting into this time of year, we can start feeding and supplementing. So it's okay to take away from some of those hives that are extremely heavy and share that resource with some of the other hives that are extremely light. The last main thing that we were looking to do was then to start the mite treatments, add the protein patty supplement, and then also add the sugar patty supplement. So basically that was my goal of our first hive check. In 10 days to maybe another 2 weeks, when we go back, our primary goal at that time will be to check feed. And realistically, I'm hoping to have to feed more. I'm hoping them bees went through that feed, stored it, used it, and then also replenish protein patties as needed. And I would assume, and I would plan for medium-sized hives to have gone through that entire protein patty that we put on just a few days ago. So again, I think it's very important to be looking ahead, to be aware of where we are in the calendar. By all means, subtle weather changes are going to help us decipher what we're going to do at that moment. But basically in March and in April, you're going to do spring things. As we approach May, you're preparing for splitting of hives, creating nukes, pulling brood, preventing swarming. As you get into May, we are looking to equalize hives and prepare them for potential honey flows that may start as early as June 1st. And that's just my thought process as we go along through the springtime. So I hope you stick around. I hope you stay with me. I'll get another bee video out here in the next few weeks as we get back to the yards to check feed and pollen patties at that time. I've got a little bit of a honey order to fill here, and I was just going to video filling some of these jars that we like to use. This is just our 4-pound queen line glass jar. We do go through a lot of these. These are a popular item. Well, thanks again for watching this short video again tonight. And again, I hope I'm explaining things well to people that may be new to beekeeping and maybe people that have a lot of experience and are looking for some tips or tricks. Again, we went through 75 of our hives and we came through winter with only 2 losses, and so I'm pretty pleased with that. And that gives us lots of potential on things to do through the springtime. So tune in, look for us here in the next week or 10 days with another video out in the bee yard.